Hello viewers, it's Super GT here. Welcome to the second episode of the Top Gear Power Laps series. So in the last one we looked at some very fast S2 class cars. This one could not be more different. It's going to be a challenge between the slowest and worst cars in the game. Thank you to Dr. Trioris, can't say your name, for giving this suggestion. So of course this is the time where you can suggest more cars for me to do in the next video in the comments below. So the cars that we have chosen for this one are this one here, the Abarth 595 SASA 100 PI, and then we move on to the BMW Isetta. Now this thing looks like an egg, and it also has 100 PI, same as the Abarth. So moving on to the third car, it's this, the Reliant Supervan 3. Now this thing has a distinct disadvantage. You probably noticed it, but it has a missing wheel. Now that's going to really play a part because I can't tune the car, I can't upgrade the car at all, so I can't put the stabilisers on. So that's going to make it very interesting. Now as this is going to be a fairly long lap time for each car, we're going to get this one started straight away, and we're going to go with the Abarth first. And here we go, on the line, and off the line now we go. So we can ignore that ghost. That is a very quick ghost, and I've got no chance of beating that thing. So we've got all the HUD off. We don't know how quick this lap is going to be, and we haven't even reached 60 miles per hour as we approach the first corner. How is this thing going to handle? Got around there all right, but then again I am only going 50 miles per hour. The camera swing is quite amazing through there, and it's struggling in fourth gear. This is going to take bloody ages. Now in the GTA Spano and the Huayra, I was apexing this corner up ahead at around 160 miles per hour. So in this car I'm going to do it at 64, so nearly 100 miles an hour slower as we come up the long straight. This is the longest straight on the lap, or the sprint, or the course. So let's see what speed I can reach. 70 miles per hour. Is that terminal velocity? Not quite. 71 on the tram tracks. Can we get to 72? Yes we can, just about. Let's go into the left. Are we going to bother braking, or can we actually get around? I think we can get around. Yes we can. We can get around there at 70 miles per hour. I think we might have to brake for this next corner though. So I'm going to go down a little bit. So yes, taking that one at 50. Get back over to the left for the right. Letting off the throttle a bit and a bit more, and we're through. Need to downshift because that thing is so blimmin' slow. So I've been condemned to do the 3 laps in the slowest cars in the game, and I'm actually going to drive quite wide there. Now I'm waiting for the Reliant Supervan because that thing is going to be chaotic around those corners. So coming into the roundabout, see what we can do here. Going to go down into third gear. It's actually fairly planted, this car. It's not too bad. I'm going to take across the grass. Yes, that's legal in Forza Horizon 3. That is legal. We're going to count that. That is absolutely fine. Back over to the right hand side. I reckon we can take this corner flat out. And by flat out we mean full throttle, which isn't very fast still. Apexing nicely there, and we're through. Just got to avoid hitting all this debris and benches and lampposts and stuff, because that is going to slow you down significantly, losing about half of your speed by hitting a bench probably, so it's just not worth it. Getting over to the left hand side for this one. I'm going to try and maximise our speed through here, get close to the wall on the inside. Nicely done. And I've no idea what time we're going to get here, but it's going to be quite a lot slower than the 203 we got in the Pagani Huayra. At least I'd imagine it is. Maybe it's faster. You never know. You just never know, do you? You can't. No, you do know it's going to be slower. So looking on at the Surfers Paradise skyline as we turn left through the neighbourhood, we are approaching the end of the lap. Now I have a feeling that this is going to get quite boring, so I might not show all of the lap. The Reliant lap might be interesting though. Mainly spent resetting the car, I will imagine. But let's see what we can do. Coming into the final chicane, the big bump on the entry here probably won't affect me too much, and it doesn't. We go down into third, cut the grass, and we're through the final corner alright. So having plenty of time to think about my line here, so that is the main advantage of a slow car, it gives you more time to think. So coming across the line, that is that car done. Okay, off the line we go, in the Isetta. Looks more like a shopping trolley than it does a car. But let's see how fast it is compared to the Abarth. Into the first corner at a whopping 47 miles per hour. Through the second corner at a whopping 46 miles per hour. Coming down the main straight here at a whopping 50 miles per hour. This thing is absolutely electric. Shifting, no, I was going to shift into fifth gear, but there isn't a fifth gear. So we're going to top out at 53 as we apex for the kink on the straight, 53 miles per hour. So yeah guys, you might want to go to sleep now and I'll wake you up at the end. Okay, now that is a couple of minutes I'll never get back in my life, and you can wake up now. Because after, I think this is about 8 years later, so I've aged quite a lot. And we can now finally cross the line. Okay, so here we are, time for the Reliant. Off the line quicker than the Ghost, but that is the last I'll see of it. So, coming up into the first corner, 50 miles per hour, so it seems quicker. Now I'm going to be very careful on the turning, because we all know this thing flips over. And it hasn't yet. Let's see how quickly you can actually go into this corner. Oh no. Just grazed the curb and it wanted to throw me over. Now a lot of you were talking in the comment section about the amount of laps I should do in order to get a time. So in the last video I established that we're only going to do one lap or one run and take the time from that. Now it's kind of established that, yeah, the Stig does do more than one lap and they take the best time or the cleanest line, cleanest lap, and then they go with that. But what I'm going to do, my compromise is this, I'm going to do one lap still, but beforehand I will drive the car and become familiar with it. I know the track off by heart, so that's no problem, but it's just the car I'm not quite sure about, so I will drive the car before and practice a little bit. So that is how it's going to work from now on. So going through there flat out 70, we haven't flipped over yet, which is good news. And coming into the right as we approach back onto the coastal road, can we get around here flat out? Not flat out, but not upside down either, so that's a bonus. Now the right left chicane, the first of 2 chicanes on the lap. Actually no, it's not the first of 2, I think it's the second of 3. Bit wide. Oh, he's going to miss the checkpoint. I think that counted. Let's hope it did anyway. That's going to slow me down massively. Oh no, it didn't count. Okay, well that's going to set me back massively. But that's part of the lap. You've got to take it. If the car isn't good at handling and can't get you around the checkpoints, well, that is the punishment you take. So into the roundabout. Let's see how the car performs around here. We're going to go onto the curb, nice and gently. Keep it solid around here. Car wanted to oversteer and burn out through the turn. As we come through in 4th gear, actually I've upshifted a little bit too early there. Now reaching 70 miles per hour as we enter the right. I think this is the quickest car of the 3 in a straight line. Once again the curb messing me up big time there. Almost flipped it. I haven't actually completely flipped it yet, which is a bonus. Perhaps we can try it here. And it wants to go. It wants to go. And that spectator almost died. Thankfully there's a big wall in front of him. And after about 8 years, we're coming into the final chicane. It's been a long, strenuous journey. But we have finally made it. But we're not going to get around it seems. Okay, finally we are around. And I'd like to thank my friends and family for supporting me on this endless endeavour. But we are about to finish the lap, or the run, in the Reliant, and thank God that is over. I'm never doing that again. So this brings us to the power lap time board, as you can see here. The Pagani Huayra BC is the top of the board, and let's face it, these cars aren't going to get anywhere near that. So the fastest of the three was the Abarth 595, and that did it in a staggering 4:04.378. So pretty much double the time of the Pagani. Now second and third in this battle was fairly close between the BMW Isetta and the Reliant, but the quicker of the two was the Reliant with a time of 4:28 or 4 minutes 28.435, meaning that the slowest of the three was the BMW Isetta with a time of 4 minutes 36 seconds .743. And there you have it, probably the three slowest cars in the game. I don't imagine there are many slower than that. And so we have some times from the both ends of the spectrum, let's put it that way. So we have the Pagani Huayra at the very top, and the BMW Isetta more than twice as slow as the Pagani. So in the end, the least worst car in the game is the Abarth 595, but the actual worst car is the BMW Isetta. So of course this is the time where you can suggest cars for me to do in the next video. I hope you did enjoy this one, guys. Hit that like button if you did like the video, subscribe for more like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, goodbye.